Hi, welcome to Equilibrium. Today's video is going to be all about how to stay present in the moment. So what does it mean to be present in the moment? Well, it's about practicing mindfulness and being intentional with your intention and what you're doing at that moment. So for example, if you're washing the dishes, it's about not letting your mind wander off and think about something else. It's about focusing on washing the dishes and being in that moment, being present with what you are doing in that moment. It's about focusing your attention and being deliberate about what you're doing with your time and with your thoughts, really. It's about being aware and focusing on the here and now. And with that, it's all about doing one thing at a time. So try not to multitask and do lots of things at different times. Try to do one activity and focus solely on that activity, and then when that's finished, focus on the next thing and then do the next thing after that. Try not to do multiple things at once. Not only will that help you to concentrate on the task at hand, but it will mean that you'll get more done because you're not distracted by having to do lots of different things at one time. It's also about, when having a conversation with someone, it's about listening to listen and not listening to respond. So really paying attention to what someone's saying and not trying to think of something to respond back, or thinking instead of a story that you want to tell, and not trying to anticipate what they're about to say, just listening to what they're saying and letting them speak. And then when they're finished, thinking about being deliberate with what you're saying and intentional with what you're saying back, and definitely responding instead of just saying something. Also, it's about just being present in that conversation and not panicking about having something to say, I'm not sure what to respond back, just being present and aware of that conversation and what someone's talking to you about, and vice versa. It's about being intentional about what you're saying to someone and not thinking about what to say next, just thinking about what you're saying and being deliberate with what you're doing. Being present is also about listening to your body and your emotions and paying attention to what you're feeling or what you're thinking, and listening to what the body or the mind needs. So for example, you could be trying to do an activity or a task and find yourself easily distracted and not being able to concentrate because you need to take a rest and not worry about what you're doing and what you're thinking about at the time. So it's being intentional about how you use your energy and what you're doing in your day-to-day activities as well. In that sense, it's also about being aware of what brings you energy and what drains energy from you. In that regard, you also want to allow yourself to feel what you're feeling. So if you're having a bad day, letting yourself feel anger, or if you need to cry, allowing yourself to cry. Trying to repress any emotions or feel bad for what you're feeling, and also try and detach the idea that some emotions are bad and some emotions are good, because at the end of the day, emotions are emotions and they're all important and they're all necessary and they're all equal in that respect. So try not to avoid negative emotions and only feel positive emotions, because they're all necessary and they're all important, and it's being mindful and being present is about not judging yourself for what you're feeling at any particular moment. It's also a good idea then to also check in with yourself regularly throughout the day and allow yourself to feel your feeling, and making sure you're aware of what you are feeling all the time today, and not just sort of mindlessly traveling through the day without thinking about your body and your mind and what you're feeling. And then also it's about allowing yourself to slow down and really be in the moment. So not trying to rush through every day, or not, frantically got to do this, that and the other, or rushing into work and then rushing home and then having dinner and sleeping. It's all about just allowing yourself to slow down and really be in the moment and just be present in what's happening at every point of your day. Because we do live in this kind of hustle culture now, where we always have to be doing this next thing and next thing and next thing, and rushing and doing everything all at once and having to constantly be working or doing something. And honestly, that is the fast track road to burnout, and that's just not healthy for us to be constantly doing something. Sometimes we just have to give ourselves the opportunity to just slow down and to rest and just to allow ourselves to just be, really. And finally, give yourself some opportunities to unplug from technology. We're living in a world where we always have our phones on us, and constantly feeling the need to be on our phone or scrolling through our phones when we're bored or got nothing to do is not healthy for us. So try to unplug as much as you can, and maybe take, I don't know, the first hour or the last hour of your day completely free from technology, and just find something that's technology free. So maybe like reading, running, or being in nature, or trying to do something that's not just aimlessly scrolling through your phone. So try to take some time, as if possible, away from any kind of technology, away from your phone, and just allow yourself to be present in a moment. Maybe do something, be aware of something that isn't your phone or your laptop or other kinds of technology. So I hope this helps you to find ways to be more present and more mindful in your day-to-day life. Please subscribe for more videos soon.